When you was trying to bring in that new way of working and moments that matter and really putting some emphasis on running good one-to-ones with your team, how much of the implementation was about you just modeling the way yourself to start with? So is that how it worked? Did you sort of do it yourself first and then talk to your kind of direct reports about it? Or did you sort of do both simultaneously? Because that's one of the things that we do as leaders, right? We model the way, we show others, we let people follow our actions rather than just telling them what to do. Like, what was we're getting quite into the details. I'm just curious how you sort of rolled that out.
It's a great question because I've actually had my own aha moments about it over the last couple of years. I used to believe if I just modeled it, everyone would see it and say, oh, right, I should be doing that too. And what I realized is how the power of simply drawing attention to something and connecting the dots to something for someone. It's not enough to just model, but it's if you can also help them understand the why, or I'm so glad we're meeting for our one-on-one, it gives me the opportunity to talk through what the benefits are. They then are like, oh, right, this is a benefit for me versus just experiencing the benefit. I think that's the first part. So it's drawing attention to what it is that you're doing beyond just modeling. To me, modeling is table stakes. The second is accountability. So this is my aha moment in the last year and a half is asking them, how are your one-on-ones going with your team? What's something that you learned last week? And now they're hearing me ask about it. And so it's not just a document that's living somewhere. It's not just an expectation that Erika has for her employees, but she keeps asking me about it. So it shows to them it's important enough to me that in the time that we have, I'm asking you. And so it's a reminder for them too of, oh gosh, if I did cut mine short, I don't want to micromanage anyone either, but they're starting to see if I continue to ask and they are not having answers for me, or if I'm digging into some of those answers, that they themselves have to kind of elevate their game.
Yeah, I'm so glad you shared that as well, because one of the things I've realized over the past few years as well is that in business, one of the sayings that we use and hear all the time is what gets measured gets done, which invariably, undoubtedly, there is some truth in that. And I think what gets spoken about gets done. So if we are talking about one-to-ones, how are your one-to-ones going? What have you learned recently? That is another way of making sure that the important stuff gets done, right? And I was chatting to somebody recently and they said when they get to the point where sort of their team are almost ridiculing them and saying, don't say it. I know what you're going to say, Ben. How are my one-to-ones going? Like, that's the point, they've got it. And until you get to that point, if you're trying to make a change or land a message, if that's not happening, arguably you need to keep going, I think.
That's right. I love that. Yes, because for me, after I get through the transition period, it's so funny that you say that. I just had one of my team members say this to me a couple of weeks ago when they're like, I already know you're going to ask. But our last one-on-one with them, before even saying, I know you're going to ask, hey, I just wanted to give you an update on my team. These are the things they were working on last week. And now it's proactive because they've made it through the introduction phase. They've made it through, Erika keeps asking about this phase. They've made it through, I know you're already going to instead, wow, I see the value. I see the conversations we're having about it. I see the additional resources because of those conversations I was able to secure for my team. Then moving forward, I'm just going to tell her about these things and look what can come out of it.
Hey, before you go, let me tell you about something that is brand new and incredibly exciting. It allows you to get leadership coaching and mentoring whenever you need it, no matter where you are. It's called Ben AI. Ben AI is your personal AI-powered leadership coach and mentor. Drawing on my 20 plus years of experience, it provides you with real-time, practical advice for any leadership or management challenge, be it from managing team dynamics to resolving conflict to planning and prioritization or delegation. Ben AI is there to help. How does it work? Well, you simply head over to the Ben AI URL, type in your question, and you'll immediately get a personalized, actionable piece of advice to help you in that moment. Or if you prefer, you can even call Ben AI and have a conversation with him/me. I know you're going to love it, so do check it out via the link accompanying this episode in the show notes where you can try it for free. That's it for now. I'll see you again soon. Lead on.